So you've had one session before beveling, and today
Yes, I have.
Session.
Yes.
And how have you been since I saw you?
Very good last week,
okay.
and I've lost almost 3 kilos in 1 week.
Wow.
So it's been great.
And was it difficult?
No, I found I was eating smaller portions, and when I looked at something that I thought I might like to eat, I remembered what you said, and I just looked away straight away. But it's been really good.
And do you feel better?
Yeah. I feel rather confident I can keep on going now.
And is it different this time, the way you're losing weight?
Yes, because I'm not thinking about it as much as normal. And I think I put the scales away because I don't think that's necessary to keep on weighing myself. And I put them away, and I feel a lot more confident.
Great. Great, that's fantastic.
Okay.
Can I put that on the web?
Yeah, I don't mind.
Hi, I'm Mari. Just like to comment on a Saturday. Celebrated a 60th birthday. I took my bottle of water, because I won't drink wine in the middle of the day. Took a bottle of water. Wasn't even tempted to eat any of the nibblies that were there when we first arrived.
And you saw me for losing weight
12 days ago.
Okay.
Yeah, 12 days ago. And so I wasn't tempted with the nibblies. I drank my water. Came time for the main meal. I just had a little bit of rice, and they had a chicken dish, and I had a little bit of that, and that was all. The sweets looked really nice, but again, I wasn't tempted to have any. I could go up and stand around them while they sang happy birthday and cut the cake and all that. No sweets, didn't even want them.
And before you would have wanted them.
Oh, yes, before that I would have battled with, oh, no, I won't have any. Oh, yes, I will. Oh, a little bit won't hurt.
Yeah.
And a little bit ends up being a big bit. And I didn't have that inner struggle within me. And I was really pleased about that. The girl whose birthday it was came along to me and said, oh, Mari, you know, you've got to have a piece of this cake. It's yummy. I said, no, thank you. And she said, oh, but you've got to have it. And I said, no, I don't want it, thank you.
Good on you.
Yeah, so I was, you know, that to me Saturday was a real good test of how I was going.
Yes.
And I feel as if now that I could say no to all of that, I feel really proud of myself.
You should.
You know,
it's all to your credit. You've done it. This is just from one session.
One session.
Yeah.
And even, you know, during the week, my meals are much smaller. Normally of an afternoon when it's time for a cup of coffee, I would say, oh, I feel like something nice. Now I say to myself, oh, I don't need to eat anything now because I don't feel like it.
Right.
I'm really
Good on you.
pleased, proud of myself, and so glad I've come.
Great. Oh, thanks for that.
Yeah.
Can I put that on the web?
Yeah.
Your comments?
Yes, you can.
Thank you.
So how do you feel?
I really enjoyed that. Is that bizarre or?
You enjoyed what? What was it you just did?
I enjoyed that whole session. I feel amazing. Everything you said, I feel.
What did I say? What sort of things did I say?
Basically just positive reinforcement and stuff that, and I've read a bit about this before, little bits and pieces, but I've never really applied it, and I've never known how to apply it, and I just feel amazing.
Isn't that great? Fantastic. And how many sessions have you had with me?
One. This is it.
What's your first name?
Sorry?
What's your first name?
Jhodi.
Jhodi, right. And you've never seen me before?
Never.
And how long have you been here?
Here.
In this session?
I believe it was about 45 minutes, maybe an hour.
And you feel fantastic?
Fantastic.
And why did you come to see me?
I found your card in a pharmacist down the road, and something just drew me to it. I picked it up and I looked at it. I stored it in my handbag for a couple of weeks and thought about it and mulled over it. And then I thought, you know what? I'm going to take that step, and here I am.
And why did you come? What is the problem you came for?
To help me to lose weight.
And do you think that you've made a good beginning?
Definitely.
You going to come again?
Definitely. I'm addicted. Look out.
Fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Just went to the grocery store and walked through the chocolate aisle, and got to the end of it and realised I didn't even stop. I was shocked. Really interested in the fruit and vegetables, where I just got the mandatory lettuce and tomatoes, whereas this time I was really intrigued with all the fruit and the vegetables. And yeah, it's just been crazy, I guess. But I haven't had to think about it. It's just happened naturally. It hasn't been hard work, like I just do it. One big test was the day that I came in when I first saw you. So I picked up my son and he wanted Hungry Jack's for lunch. And I thought, okay, I can do it for him. So I went through the drive-through and they passed it through the window. And I said to him, we need to unwind the windows. I'm going to be sick. I said, just hang that out the window until we got home. And then he was in one room to eat it because I couldn't stand to be in the same room as the bag, So, and normally Christmas Eve, after we go to church, we go to a takeaway store with the in-laws. And I said to him, I'll go to church, but I'll be heading home. I can't sit in a takeaway store. It just... can't do it.
And that's because I programmed you in that first session that the bad food would make you feel pretty yucky.
Oh, absolutely. But I love that. It hasn't been hard work. It's no thought process. It's easy. It's not willpower. It's natural.
That's great.
Coming natural, and I love that.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
Good on you. Can I put that on the web?
Absolutely.
Okay, thank you.
My pleasure.
So how are you, Roy? This is the second time here.
Well, I couldn't be more happier. The problem was I was running to the fridge at nights and watching TV and getting pretty bored with it. And I was drinking too much milk, eating some junk food, not over much junk food, but generally eating too much. And since my visit last week, I don't feel, the thing that's impressed me most is I don't even feel like eating it. That's the wonderful thing.
Wow.
I just don't feel like it. I mean, I couldn't eat it really. I think if anybody was to put it in front of me. And I really don't feel like eating that sort of stuff. I've lost about 2.5 kilos in weight in 1 week.
Wow.
And really, I couldn't be more happier. This is the best thing ever happened to me regarding weight.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And how old are you, Roy?
Oh, well, I'm coming on for 78.
Wow.
Yeah. But it's been so good. It's unbelievable, the fact that the day I left here, I was a changed person. When I walked out of your door, I was a changed person. I didn't know it at the time when I walked out of your door, but I did when I got home, and Chris started to talk about what we was going to have for a meal, and I said, well, I really don't feel like anything, and I had nothing that day at all.
Wow.
And then, but I've been eating all the good stuff, the right stuff, in smaller quantities.
Wow, that's fantastic, Roy. Congratulations. That's the power of your mind.
It's not me, it's what you've done.
Well, I've got you going, but look, it's you doing it as well. I mean, your mind is very receptive, and you're picking it up, and you're going with it, and you're not fighting it, and it's working for you.
I come here with every intentions of doing whatever you ask. I didn't come here to fight you. I come here for help, and it's all gone good for me.
That's excellent. Thank you.
Yeah.
Can I put that on the web? It'll inspire and help
Most
people.
certainly can.
Okay.
I hope a lot other people with my problem come and see you.
Great. Thank you.
All right, well, as you know, I was, the big Coke drinker. Have not even had a desire to drink any Coke whatsoever. Potato chips was my other downfall, and they've been in the house, and they've been there as a temptation, but it's not interested me in any way to open a packet, which has been great. Everyone's teased me a little bit about it, but, I've certainly gone, no, thank you very much. Just like a general, I think the whole healthy food eating has improved somewhat, increased my water intake. As I said, I haven't gone out and done any vigorous exercise type thing, but I've certainly increased my walking with the kids and things like that. And I suppose just a general sense of sort of well-being has been great. So
that's great.
Yeah.
And how many sessions have you had with me?
One.
Last week.
Last week.
Okay.
Exactly, yep. So that's just been phenomenal. Like the whole Coke thing just throws me because I was a big Coke drinker, and I was concerned about that I'd sort of, just go, I'll have a drink anyway. No interest whatsoever, which has really surprised me. I've been really quite surprised by that.
Right, congratulations.
Yes, thank you so much.
So I saw Gregory last week for the first time. My initial concerns were to do with managing nutrition and weight control, and over the course of the week I had 100% success rate. I ate healthy in every meal. There was a couple of times when I was tempted at a work morning tea, but used the suggestions that and exercises that Gregory had talked to me about, and I got through that. And not only have I lost 1.5 kilos, but my husband has as well, and my friend at work is as well. So I've been able to accidentally influence the other people in my life. So it's been brilliant. Yeah.
So I'm asking you, Tamara, how do you feel?
I feel very relaxed and happy, and I think that I'm ready to get out there and do what I want to do and lose the weight and eat properly. So
this is just your first session. Do you think you went well?
I think I did. Yeah. I think I've done good. Yeah.
And do you think the improvements that you'll get out of hypnosis with me will be very dramatic?
I think so, because I think that I know I'm ready to do it. So this is just the first step, but I think I'm ready. So it helps a lot.
So your first name is Dianne.
Yes.
And how have you been going, Dianne?
Very good, very good. I've lost 4 kilos now, and my clothes are a lot looser, and it feels really terrific. I feel really great in myself. I seem to be a lot more active. I need to do more to fill in my time now instead of eating. It's really great. I feel really good.
And what about relaxation? I helped you with relaxation a lot, I think, didn't I?
Yeah, using the CD. I use a CD, your CD, and I use that almost every day, and that helps tremendously. That just slows me down and calms me down, and I just, go on easily for the rest of the day then.
And how do you feel compared to how you felt when you first came in here? How do you feel now health-wise and stamina-wise?
Oh, health-wise, I feel as if everything is just going right, and I'm eating the right foods. And stamina-wise, I keep going until I drop at night time. Like all day, I'm just looking for something else to do.
Wow.
I just keep going.
That's great.
Yeah.
And you've just gone through some Christmas parties and still withheld your diet, still kept to your diet.
Yeah, still kept to. I still had little bits and pieces, a mouthful of this, a mouthful of that, but I didn't have nowhere near the amount of sweets and things that I would normally have had.
So it's working.
Yeah, definitely working.
And you've changed completely, really, haven't you?
Yeah, I'm a lot happier in myself, and I can feel myself smiling at things and sort of laughing at things, whereas I just sit there miserable before. So I'm definitely feeling a lot happier within myself.
My name is Christopher. I just wanted to acknowledge the fact that Gregory has been able to hypnotise me only after one session to activate my mind to do some very powerful things, particularly in terms of weight loss.
Fantastic. And this is your second session you're here today, Chris?
That's correct, yes.
And what did you notice that was an improvement? What happened last week that you're impressed about?
The thing that impresses me the most is that I have absolutely no desire to eat other than the 3 regular meals which I've appropriated for myself to have each and every day. The in-between meal snacking that I used to do has completely vanished. I'm not looking for food, and I'm certainly not feeling hungry.
Fantastic. And exercise?
Exercise, I've been walking every morning, which was part of my program and plan, and I've actually enjoyed that walk each and every day, and more to the point, I'm looking forward to it each morning.
And what happened with other attempts to program your mind or be hypnotised in the past?
I certainly am a good subject, I believe, for hypnosis. However, other attempts have not always worked, certainly not in weight control. I've had to go back to the hypnotherapist on numerous occasions to get top-up treatments to achieve my objectives. But as I said, in this instance, it's been almost immediate.
Great, fantastic. So you'd recommend me to your friends?
Oh, absolutely. I would sincerely recommend you to anybody who needs to change their mindset and to move forward and embrace the life that's out there for them.
And it's been easy for you, Chris?
It's been incredibly easy.
Great.
No struggle whatsoever.
That's
yep. All right. So, well, I wanted to thank you because to me, the first thing I would have done each morning is get an iced coffee out of the fridge. And if I didn't have one there, I'd go to the service station across the road to make sure I had one. So drinking 2 litres a day of iced coffee, it's been in the fridge because my son drinks it. I haven't even touched it. So each day I write myself a note in a book telling myself how happy I am with myself, that I've been strong enough, but I haven't even been tempted.
Wonderful.
Haven't bought a lolly, haven't had a piece of bread, which is something I probably would have had maybe 2 or 3 slices a day. That's gone.
And this is from one session last week?
From one session last week.
So what would you give yourself out of 10 for your success? 0 is nothing, 10 is the best.
Oh, I would have to be 9.5, 10.
Wow.
Because to me, I've done my own meat and veggies when the boys had chips last night for tea. I did their lamb chops and chips. I did myself a lamb steak and veggies. They had crumbed or battered chicken the other night with fried rice. I cooked myself chicken and veggies. Wasn't even tempted to eat the chicken. So, over the moon. Yep. Thank you so much, because it makes me happy.
Okay, so
So what happened?
So I haven't eaten chocolate at all since I saw you on Tuesday, which is extremely unusual. I've eaten even a little bit of chocolate or lots of chocolate every day of my life, forever. And then my husband and I went on a movie date, and I always had Maltesers and popcorn. And I said, I don't like Maltesers this time, but he brought them anyway, thinking I was going to. And then he gave me one, and I couldn't eat it. But what was confusing for me, it was so subtle. I just said no, thank you. There was no feelings of revulsion or anything like that. It was just I just didn't want it. And the change has been when I'm in the grocery aisle. Normally I seek it out and I ponder, just can keep on going, and it's the most unusual, confusing thing for me because it's not. You can't do this. It's just become gently part of what I've been doing these last 4 or 5 days. It's quite amazing for me, and for my kids are in the background waiting for me to fall off, but being very positive. Dad is just a little bit confused, but that's okay, and it's fantastic. Have had some gains in the other ways with regards to focused on cooking healthy. Fell off a couple of times, not with chocolate, but with other things, but was able to pull it in. The portion controls fell off a couple of times, but able to pull it in faster than I've ever been able to pull it in before. So that's where my confusion is, but it's a positive confusion. Yeah.
Right. That's in one session.
That's just I've lost about 1.3 kilos just from not eating chocolate. I think that's the only change. And just moving, like you said. You know, instead of saying to my kids, go hang out the washing, I'd go hang the washing out, you know. And I'm like I said, confused, positively confused. But the other tapes, the others that I downloaded, definitely helped. I got a bit confused because I heard somebody else's voice the other day, and when I was listening to one of them, so I think I was struggling with myself to stay listening. And then after the session, I had no recollection of what it was about. So I don't know what that means. Yeah. So, but other than that, it's fantastic. Very happy and positive to come back. And I've been doing the sessions before I go to work. Like, I'm an early riser, so I'd get up, you know, basic stuff, and then I'd go back in my room, and then I'd do the session before I start my day. Going to try to make that a habit, because I notice that, you know, because it just puts me in such a good place for my day. So, and these are behaviours that I've never done before. Always been an early riser, but I've always had a sense of anticipation every day of my life, because everything's hectic. So
that's great.
Thank you.
Can I publish that on my site?
Oh, definitely. Most definitely you can.
People with that confidence.
Chocolate addiction has been. I've had that since everybody knows. I've had it since I was a child. And
how old are you?
I'm 50 years old.
So your whole life, for 50 years,
yes,
you've had an addiction to chocolate.
Consciously aware of it about 9 or 10, and from that moment on, just always dark chocolate. Used to be any chocolate, but as I got older, I realised the more sugar was worse for me, so I just went to dark chocolate. But I've never not had chocolate. People are a little bit confused right now, especially my wonderful people who love me and love me with my food I love. And hopefully with me being able to change my habits, we can change their habits. My biggest fear is that they will adopt some of my behaviours as they get older as stress. So that's just one of the reasons I'm also trying to change my life.
That's great, fantastic to hear.
Thank I'm stunned. I had no preconceptions when I came to you, and since I've seen you, it's just been nothing but positive, calm, even approach to everything, not highs and lows of, you can't eat that, oh, but you really want it. You know, this is usually my daily dialogue, but I really want it, you deserve it. Oh, but you can't, you've got to go walk around the block. And, you know, it's none of that, just calm, internal acknowledgement, it's okay. So, thank you.
Great. I'm really happy for you. That's great. Fantastic. Thank you.
Yeah, my nephew's birthday.
Okay. And why did you come to see me tonight?
I was falling into bad habits around study time and working at a desk, and I wanted to stop myself from eating when I wasn't hungry. So I didn't gain weight. So I want to maintain my body weight and exercise more and not fall into the habits that I have been in lately.
And how do you think you've gone after tonight's session? How do you think you'll be in the future?
Yeah, I feel good. I can definitely, the images made me, like, I know that when I reach for that chocolate, I'm going to have a bad taste in my mouth. So I think it'll motivate me to try the yogurt instead, or an apple, and not focus on eating, focus on what I'm doing, which is either studying or typing, working, without feeling like I need to snack on foods.
Good. So is this a different attitude to what you had yesterday and the day before? Have you got a different attitude about it now?
Yeah, look, it was just getting to a point where every time I sat down at the computer, I had to have something with me. So
and how do you feel now?
Now I'm going to sit down, open the windows, get some fresh air, and get to the job.
Cool.
Without thinking about it.
Good, congratulations. Do you think you'll need more sessions? Do you think more sessions would be beneficial to you?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Yeah, well, I don't know how many, but I'd love to do it again.
Good. And you feel great?
Yeah, I do. Now that I'm awake. Like it took about a few seconds to wake up, but no, it's good.
Great, congratulations.
Thank you.
Good.